So we've got Jackie Dunn, who is the Library Education Outreach representative from Newcastle University, who's going to talk to us first. So, Jackie, over to you.
Oh, thank you very much. It's quite an honour to sort of be at this point in the afternoon, and I hope that people have enjoyed their cup of tea. I know I certainly did. As Libby's just said, my name is Jackie Dunn, and I work for Newcastle University in the outreach team, the library outreach team. It's my dream job, and I got it January 2023. And I remember talking to Beyond the Horizon last year all about the job. And this year, I want to tell you about one of the things that I've done that I've kind of really developed. And as you can see from my one and only slide, it's to publicize our little Northeast School Librarians Network. And as you can see from my title, I'm not a school librarian. I don't think I've got the stamina to do that. The only time I've sort of had a go was I shadowed Anne-Marie Briggs out in Ponteland High School, and I needed two paracetamols and I lie down in a darkened room afterwards. School librarians really do have my utmost respect. So I wanted to create a network where we could share ideas and suggestions and thoughts, because so much is made between academics and teachers working together, but very little for school librarians and HE. And I think that's sort of an area that really could be explored much further. So that's really what I wanted to do when I came in post, was to develop this little group. And it's not just for our Northeast school librarians. We've actually gone west. We've got librarians from Penrith and Cumbria and very much the west. And when I put in my proposal to deliver this talk, I think we had 15 school librarians in our little group. We've now got, let me just check there, 25. So we are a growing little group. And I created, as I say, because I wanted to tap into the knowledge of school librarians. I wanted to know what they were doing in school, particularly around the EPQ, the extended personal qualification, because that is something that we do deliver in education outreach. So it's not just really what I could share with the school librarians, but what we could get from them as well. I also wanted it to be a really supportive network. And the highlight, because we do have a highlight, we had an unconference at the beginning of March around the lines of Beyond the Horizon, where I brought together school librarians from the group to talk about their individual highlights. And it was the first conference I'd ever sort of organised. Unfortunately, I was on bereavement leave when it happened, but it was recorded for me and I was able to watch it back later. And you know what? The golden thread that ran through the whole of this little unconference was the pride with which school librarians speak about the profession, about their school and about their pupils, and it really did just shine through. We got some lovely comments. Again, I've got them written down, so you'll have to excuse me just checking that. One of the nicest comments was one of the librarians said, "I went away re-enthused about the profession," and everyone was sort of, really giving praise that it was a safe platform to bring everyone together. Let me just have a look at some more. Somebody said it was a great way to get some local cost-effective CPD. Do you remember at the beginning when Biddy introduced us all, she was saying about professional registration? School librarians have a hard job with that because they can never leave the library particularly. So this was a great way of getting CPD, encouraging people to think about chartership. We did a feedback poll, and nearly everyone did say that they would do this again. They would like a similar event, and 10 out of the 11 people that attended said that they'd learned something new about education outreach, about the service that we offer. So I thought that was really, really good. And the only criticism that we have was there should be more discussion time. And talking about time, I'm probably running out of time now. So it's just really a plug for this little group that we're running. If you know of anyone that is a school librarian that might like to join, or if you want to know more about education outreach at the Philip Robinson Library, Newcastle University, why don't you drop me a call or an email? And with that, I'll sign off and leave it to you. Are there any questions?
Thank you very much, Jackie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just having a quick look through the questions, and there is a question. Well, there's a statement too, actually, which was quite interesting, from Amy, who says she no longer works in a school library, but she just wants to say that this network would have been invaluable
Oh,
to
that's
her
kind.
colleagues. So she said, well done.
Oh, thank
So
you, Amy. That's really kind.
yeah,
Thanks.
it's a nice thing. And Anne-Marie is saying, where do you see this going over the next 10 years? What's your aim down the line?
What I'd really love more than anything is a kind of, I don't know, a chart of where the expertise lies in our local school librarians. So if we are doing a project, say we're doing something on walking, and I know that a particular school librarian has an interest in walking or has a good collection of books on walking, and I think, we'll go there. It's just tapping into that knowledge. I'd also like to see that we would just use school librarians as we would use teachers, rather than treat them as a second-class citizen. I would rather just go to them. It's just this seamless, oh yes, that's where the experts are, let's go to that school for that. So it's a lot of work to do. It's a long way to go till we get that. But I'm hopeful that, in the next couple of years, I can find out, who's in the school libraries, who is where the expertise is really, who particularly is good at this, who can tell me about the EPQ, who can tell me about AI. So that's I need to sort of pinpoint them a little bit, so I know who's where and what they can offer and how they can help us, because it's not just about what we can give them, it's what they can help us with as well.
Yeah, well, it sounds very much like, the earlier talk from, who was it from? Daniel, Knowledge in the Shadows, isn't
Yes,
it?
I was
Although it's not
thinking that
within
when
an
you had the
organisation,
Yeah,
it's
but when you had the
wider.
screen up of
Yeah,
with the planes on, I thought, oh, that's really what I want, because I need to know this school for that school for this. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there
Brilliant.
we are. Lots of interconnections, which is always
Oh,
good to see. Thank
watch
you
this
very
space.
much,
You're very
Jackie, and
welcome. Thank